What's good, pimp? First and foremost, before we even start this video, I would like to say happy holidays and have a Merry Christmas. You know, I got to be honest, 3 years ago I lost my pops. 3 Christmases ago I lost my pops on this very Christmas day. So since then I've been like, fuck Christmas. But the truth of the matter is, it's not about Christmas. It's about this time being spent with your family. And for those, who have family members that they recently lost, I'm not trying to depress the shit out of you. Take this moment to glorify their memory. That's what the fuck I'm going to do with my pops today. And, I'm not trying to depress the shit out of you guys. Just remember, take this moment. It's all limited. At the end of the day, our life, we don't know when this shit can end. And I know this is getting a little deep, but hey, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, yo. Enjoy, man. Don't drink too much and have a good time, guys. So let's get this shit on the road. First things first. Alpha males, the whole concept of alpha males, beta males, just the whole concept of duality, period. It's what it comes down to. It's yin and yang all over again. But really, when we take the word alpha male, we take the word beta male, what it all comes down to is masculine and feminine. Are you being a bitch or are you being a manly man? But my only problem is if you go to a lot of dating coaches, or you go to, not even dating coaches, if you go to anything that says alpha male, when you hear people's definition, it's like, what the fuck is it? Everyone has their own definition. It's all subjective. You hear one motherfucker say one thing, one person say one thing. I mean, it all sounds good. My only issue is when we hear alpha man, when we hear beta man, a lot of times we think of some jungle shit. We think of someone being alpha male as someone impeding their will on others. If you think about it, being dominant, being shown, puffing your chest out. But what isn't shown as being alpha is protecting, or just being productive. For example, if you got your health insurance, your taxes in order, your fucking investments in order, your career in order, your finances, your physical shape, your this, your that, everything systematically done, that would be the most alpha shit you could fucking do. Or for example, even you just helping an old lady cross the street, you're not gonna think of that as an alpha male example. But you're not gonna think of giving a homeless person some food as an alpha male example. That's not gonna be the first thing that just pops into your head when you think of that shit. But I think in a lot of sense that shit is some bullshit, because what it leads to is a lot of dudes losing their lives. Just losing their life, man. Just in the hood, a lot of motherfuckers grow up. That's what it comes down to. Where I'm from, a lot of dudes are locked up in prison for life, get shot or shoot someone over a situation where they have to ask themselves, am I being a beta male? Am I being an alpha male? If I let this shit ride, are people gonna look at me like a bitch, like I'm not a man, or I'm less of a man? And then you're in a situation where people can't. Let me put it like this. I know a lot of shootings. I know firsthand that there are shootings that happen in the hood a lot of times because 2 dudes fight and 1 dude loses a fight, especially badly, especially when a lot of people have seen the shit. You hear the dudes run away and say he coming back with some shit. Hell, I've come across a situation where I had to leave a situation. I literally came across a block where people were saying like, oh yeah, that dude said he's coming back with a gun. So you're there like, well, I'm gonna keep walking. That's it. I'm out of there. I'm not trying to be there in that situation, but ultimately, it doesn't have to be that extreme. But that's how extreme. That's why I don't fuck with it, because I dealt with a lot of people, a lot of dudes who front, who flex, who put on that image of I'm a masculine dude, especially because in the hood, in a sense, it's kind of like a lesser form of prison, like way less degrees than fucking prison. But in a sense, like if you're in prison and you look like a bitch, what do you think is gonna happen to you? You put a big fucking target on your fucking back. So in the hood, when you're a kid, when young males are young, they get that mindset of, oh, I don't want to look like a bitch. If I look like a bitch, it's gonna put a target on my back. So everyone gets that exterior, that tough exterior of like, don't fuck with me, just so you don't get fucked with. But this leads to a lot of dudes, trying too fucking hard, being dickheads in situations where it doesn't call for it, because chicks respond to it, or they think chicks are gonna respond to it, but it's uncalibrated, so they end up turning the chicks off and making enemies of their own friends, because they're over here cooning for some bitches because they think that they have to be an alpha male by being a fucking dickhead. And that's my main problem with alpha male. At the end of the day, it's fucking subjective. No one knows what the shit is. And everyone has their own definitions. I just wish more positive shit was used as the definition for alpha male instead of constantly negative shit, because I come from a place where it's like that shit is, I gotta be alpha. Nah, he made me, yo, he played you, yo, you got played, he made you look like a bitch. It's like everything is constantly this pressure of trying to not look like a bitch, but that's a little different because it's in that environment. But that's why I take such a personal issue with just the whole, I think I just spit like a motherfucker right there. I take a personal issue with the whole like overly, because it leads to a lot of dudes like, did I do that? Was it beta? Was it alpha of me? Like, should I walk away from this situation? Sometimes there's situations where you need to walk away. Why are you going to be alpha in a situation that could possibly get you killed over some dude saying some shit to you on the street? He says some slick shit. Listen, as long as this motherfucker doesn't come up to you and touch you and try to come to your personal space, you don't need to put hands on that dude. Let him talk, let him say whatever the fuck. At the end of the day, dude, what's worth more, you know, for your pride in that moment, or your family members having you in their life? It doesn't, you know what, let's take this shit away from something into something less extreme, more to do with bitches. You might have a dude in a situation where he's like, hey man, she's over here talking about fucking other dudes, but I don't want to look like a jealous beta male, so I'm not going to tell her that I don't really feel comfortable with her hearing that shit. Like, I don't want to hear that shit, bitch. I don't want to hear it. Don't try to play dumb and act like you're trying not to manipulate me. Like, I know what it is. I don't want to play this game. I'm not young anymore. I don't want to play the, oh, okay, so I'll say I'll fuck this chick game. You may not want to play that game, and you may have to take a moment to be like, hey, I don't fuck with this. It doesn't, and if you get slightly emotional, you slip up for a second, fuck it. It is what it is. You don't have to look at every situation like, am I being alpha? Because in a sense, the moment you ask it, like, is that being alpha? If there is such a thing as alpha? No, because if you were that, you wouldn't even have to ask it. Personally, period. And that word, really, it doesn't exist. But what it is the representation of masculine and feminine. And what I think it comes down to is, in this culture, in American like culture, what you learn, a lot of the shit that's inherently associated with masculine and feminine for men culturally is bullshit. For example, it's beta male to eat healthy or to eat greens and to be like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm fucking vegetarian or some shit. But it's alpha to eat fucking steaks and red meat and burgers and define that as part of your masculinity till you get fucking prostate cancer at 50. And now you're looking at your family on your fucking deathbed. Oh, yeah, you real alpha now, motherfucker. Yeah, I bet you feel real alpha. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. It's a lot of that dumb shit. I know there's words like toxic masculinity that get taken to a wrong fucking place, but there's a big place for like a lot of that fake machismo bullshit that really is not machismo. It's really stupid emotions. It's really being like a bitch because you're being so emotional. You're being led by people telling you what is masculine and what is not masculine. Oh, you know how many dudes probably have interests in places where they don't want to tell the people around them because they don't want to look like a bitch. They don't want to look unmasculine. I seen a video the other dude of a hood dude who like knits. I'd never seen that before. And then I literally seen hundreds of comments from people, from dudes literally like, yo, I was just into knitting land, like creating shit. And I never told anybody, because I never thought any other dude knitted before, because that was like always seen as a female fucking thing. But at the end of the day, that's craftsmanship. Early on, it was said that knitting your own pair of socks was like one of the passageways to manhood or some shit in some cultures. That shit right there is what I'm talking about. You should define ultimately what is your own path. That's what it comes down to. You should listen to everybody. Take heed to some people's words, because everyone has their own perspectives, but ultimately you have to paint your own path in life, G. And without saying anything else, man, like, subscribe, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, enjoy your shit, bro, and I will see you on the other side, pimp.